Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I know y'all are probably shocked that I'm not doing some kind of over-the-top intro. But my voice is going in and out, man. This cold is really beating me up. It's like day 6 now, and I read that you can lose your voice if your vocal cords get covered with the proper amount of mucus. The reverberations in there just don't start beating right? You start losing all kinds of things. But the show must go on, and today we are jumping back into a Texas courtroom to witness the Honorable Judge Boyd once again. And it's going to show 3 different court hearings for the same defendant. It's going to be a prime example of digging yourself a bigger ditch. She just can't get right, keeps messing up or not showing up to court at all. So let's find out what Judge Boyd has in store for her today. If you enjoy this type of content, all things lockup and crime related, then this is where you want to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. All right, here we go.
All right. Officer Avina, if you can unmute, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, thank you so much for zooming in. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
All right. So before me is Haley Moy. And my understanding, you all had difficulty contacting her? Or basically you had no contact with her?
So on her initial reporting for orientation date, she did not report. However, on the 2nd of January, I was
Hold your horses for a second, Sonny. Is this a probation officer? If so, I don't know what I'd do with a young buck like this telling me what to do. I'm just playing, I ain't gonna son him. He might be young, but I'm sure he put in his dues. If he was my probation officer, regardless of what age or what you look like, I'm respecting you to the fullest. I recommend anybody else do the same.
on her initial reporting for orientation date, she did not report. However, on the 2nd of January, I was able to make contact with her and conduct her orientation.
All right. When is her?
Over her condition.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
On the 2nd of January, I did conduct her orientation for conditions of bond.
All right. So when's the last time you had contact with her? Was it the 2nd of January?
No, ma'am. So on the 1st of February, I had contact with her and she informed me she's on bed rest. However, we've never received any documentation.
All right. So I'm going to give her a deadline to give you all documentation. And I am going to want her in outpatient treatment. And if you could waive the fees for that, because she tested positive in court today. So when are you going to have the documentation?
Yeah, I have an appointment next Wednesday with my doctor, and that's when I can get her handwritten. So right now, I'm just getting it on my chart from university. They don't let me screenshot anything. They said for security.
That's okay. So you're saying Wednesday, the 21st?
Yes.
All right. So are you able to schedule an appointment with her on Thursday or Friday, the 22nd or 23rd?
I can.
No. I'm talking to him.
Oh, okay.
First and foremost, it doesn't matter if it's a courtroom or prison. They'll hit you with a urine analysis at any given time. As you can see, the judge said she popped dirty in the courtroom.
Wanted her to have outpatient treatment. Is that correct?
Yes.
So I would actually have to submit a transfer to a separate section in our office. And that would be entirely based upon what they can do.
Okay. But before, so who would she, I want to make sure she reports and gives proof of the hospitalization.
Correct.
So can she report on the 22nd or 23rd?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with bond conditions. I want to continue with the random drug and alcohol testing. There is going to be outpatient treatment. And I'll ask that fees are waived since she has these medical issues. And she is to report.
See, I'm a little lost. I thought this was for a probation orientation, but it seems like it was for a bond. You know, when you're released on bond, you get conditions as well. So she got lucky not getting her bond revoked today, even after popping dirty in the courtroom.
With proof of hospitalization and medical diagnosis
I was just want to make sure it was going
and treatment no later than February 22nd. Is there anything else you need from the court?
No.
All right. Is there anything else she's going to need with you all?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you so much for zooming in.
Yes, Your Honor. Have a good
All
day.
right. Thank you. You too. So, Miss Moy, who brought you down here today?
My husband's mom,
No, there was a guy in court that you were hugged up with. Who was
my
that?
husband.
All right. So, if he were drug tested, what would his results be? And let me just tell you, I'm not even asking.
Probably the same as mine.
All right. So,
If I was the husband, I was in the courtroom and heard that, I would have stood up and said, ma'am, this is double jeopardy. I'm a model citizen. Don't play me like this. It's her fault. She does this stuff on her own.
here's the thing. You cannot be using drugs and be with the person who's using drugs. What's his name?
Ah,
Cody,
Cody what?
Cody.
good at
You don't know his last name?
good at all. I don't know how to say it. I'm not
No. I mean, you should know your boyfriend's or husband's last name.
good at all.
Is he in the hallway?
She don't even know how to pronounce her husband's last name.
Could somebody call Cody to come in, please?
Cody, get your ass in here, Cody. Where's the smoke?
Where
Bob-
are your parents?
Bobby.
They're not in the picture.
Do you have any family?
Um,
Oh, you know what? His name is on your face. Turn to the side. Let me see what it
No.
says.
that's not
Cody,
Banks.
is that his name?
No, that's not his last name.
Well, who is Cody Banks?
That's just what I got on my face. It's not his last name.
Okay. All right. What's your last name?
What? That wasn't none of the names she named. Look at her face too. She's smug, but she's happy he's there. She's like, you little shit. You ain't gonna just party with me. You're gonna ride out here with me too.
And your first name?
Cody.
And who's Cody Banks? All right. So you Cody Guerrero and Cody Banks?
It's just a nickname.
You didn't know his nickname?
Well, I saw my face.
No. I mean, I asked you who that was. I asked you if that's the same person. You said you don't know.
It's because she's solid, Your Honor, all right? They don't give out the nicknames unless the nicknamed person gives it out himself. Aliases, stuff like that. You know how it goes. Chances are they're going to tie him to about 20 crimes now. I'm just playing. But this is just far-fetched if you're to ask me. But they seem happy.
All right. And there's Sue. So your mother is the person who brought you both down here today? And brought you all both from where?
My grandma.
All right. So you all are living with your grandmother?
Yeah, she has a house in the back. Yeah, I'm saying.
All right. I'm sure your grandmother doesn't want people living in with her who are using. So this is what's going to end up happening. And I want you to listen to me very carefully.
Ma'am, who said I was using in my grandma's house?
If you need a place to stay, it's not going to be with him. I'm ordering no contact with Cody
Ooh.
Guerrero or Cody Banks. And let me just tell you what the reason why I'm doing that.
Smoked.
He's not under any type of jurisdiction of the court, so he can continue to use if he so choose. I don't recommend doing that because I don't think you want your grandmother or your mom to have to identify your body. You need to go somewhere and get into treatment. And whose name is over your eyebrow?
It's Vanessa.
Vanessa what?
Vanessa.
Finessing? What are you finessing?
Everything.
All right. Not doing a good job, but okay. So
Oh, no! What are you finessing? Everything, ma'am. Just call me Finesse 10 times from now on. Cody Banks was my old stuff. She is loving this, man. But look, he ain't got no criminal record, man. He ain't bound by anything. He can chill. Vibe out, right? But he's still getting talked too crazy up there, man. He's still a law-abiding citizen, man. I apologize to y'all. My voice, man, has been going in and out on me. All this coughing. I know I already said it, but still. Might make my reactions a little bit funnier with a little bit of rasp. But man, oh man, did Cody Banks come in here shining like a fucking stolen ruby.
here's the thing. You are not allowed to live with him. He's in the throes of his addiction. You're in the throes of your addiction. And two people who are in the throes of their addiction cannot help each other. Because if you try to stop using, which you're going to have to, guess what? If he's using, you're going to want to use. And if you try to stop using and she wants to use, you're going to use because you're together. So you're not allowed to live with him anymore. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So there's Haven for Hope. There's Salvation Army. They actually have a great women's program as well. And you can try Lifetime Recovery. And I'll add on here, a referral to Lifetime Recovery. And do you have employment?
No, I received social security.
For what?
Schizophrenia.
I'm sorry, for what?
Schizophrenia.
All right. So you should not be coming down with her for this. You understand?
Oh man, tables have turned. I believe he said he gets disability because he's schizo. And look at her face when he said that. I don't think she knew this.
Shouldn't be dragging your mother and your grandmother into this. All right?
Man, oh,
And
man.
you don't want anybody to have to identify your body because the last time you use may be the last time you use. So I'm going to email Stephen Avena, and I'm going to tell him to add no contact with Cody Guerrero, Cody Banks, and a referral to Lifetime Recovery. And just as a side note, when you're doing tattoos of people's names on your body, there are only two safe choices. Your mom, because usually people's moms love them and they're always going to be there for them, and children. If you end up leaving him, guess what? Your boyfriend going to be asking, who is Cody Banks? You may be able to slide a little bit because Cody Banks is the name of a Nickelodeon show, but otherwise you're not going to be able to slide. You understand?
All right, so now we're going to fast forward about a month later to her new court date. Is she going to show up? Let's find out.
Court is calling 2024 CR 1853 and 2024 CR 1854. State of Texas versus Haley Moy. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Zach Dunn for the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
Robert Gear for defendant Haley Moy, judge, and we are not ready as my client is not present.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 10:07 a.m.
I hate to stop it, but keep in mind, look, she's not there. But see how the court process doesn't stop? It's still professional as though she is. It just keeps on moving like a well-oiled train. But this is the thing. Usually when you don't show up, chances are you're going to get fined to the max, let's say for like a speeding ticket. But the higher up you go, higher up on the misdemeanor list and to the felonies, if you don't show up, you're going to jail. They're going to put a warrant out for your arrest immediately. So I strongly recommend you show up to court.
Your client did not answer the docket. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement?
Yes, Your Honor, there's no one under that new policy.
All right. Do you have any idea where your client is?
I do not, Your Honor.
Not
All right,
good.
state.
Your Honor, the state would respectfully request a bond forfeiture.
All right, that will be granted in each cause number. Your client will be remanded without bond. If your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider. And for the record, the court will also note that there is a second violation report as well due to non-compliance.
All right, now 3 months has passed. The ditch just keeps getting deeper and deeper.
All right, Moy.
Oh, she's in blue. They got her.
This is a plea to 2 cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
Each time you come before me, you have more and more tattoos.
I'm the only ones.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 1853, 2024 CR 008966, State of Texas versus Haley Lauren Moy. Moy, could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Antonio Ariola.
Defense?
Robert Gear, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. And each cause number, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
State, and 1853, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Where's Cody? We need him. She can't be sentenced without Cody by her side.
It appears that you are. The evading.
I don't even know what the heck she's been going through the courts for. Anyway, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or they ain't said it yet.
1853, yes, we are, Your Honor.
All right, and 8966.
Oh, yeah, not showing up to
Are you proceeding on
orientation.
both counts? It appears that you're proceeding on count 1 only.
That's correct, Judge, and we waive count 2.
Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
God, that
Ms. Moore,
chin
each of the
strap
cause
is
numbers, did you
vicious.
review the court admonishments with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And the cause number ending in 53, you're charged with evading arrest, detention, vehicle. and the cause number ending in 66. And count 1, you're charged with prohibited substance or item in a correctional facility. That's a
Oh,
third-degree felony.
man.
Evading in a vehicle is also a third-degree felony. Range of punishment in each of those cause numbers anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand in each cause number you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in each of these cause number?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I believe that she does, Judge.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do believe so, Judge.
Ms. Moy, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
At each cause number, the court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. In each cause number, did you review the plea bargain pages?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraphs in each cause?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, in either cause number, has there been any such motions?
There have not been, Judge.
What's scary about these situations is you're pretty much saying, hey, yeah, do what you want with me, but the judge can still say, no, I'm not going no plea deal. I'm smoking you to the max.
All right, in each cause number, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, we are, Judge.
Oh,
Anything
this is
you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we just respectfully request that the court follow the agreement state.
All right, what the court will do, and that cause number, the court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 1853. I'll take in consideration 2024 CR 1854, and I'll ask for the therapeutic community. The therapeutic community doesn't increase the time that you're in custody, but maybe that can help you when you're released.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. She took 4 years to that chin strap tattoo like a champ. Poor Cody, man. That means he's probably got to go find himself a new wife. I'm just playing. Cody deals with principles. He'll be waiting for her for sure. Anyways, like I said in the intro, this is a prime example of digging yourself a much bigger ditch than what you started with. Right, man? All she had to do is show up to court, go to her little bond things, man. A lot of this stuff could have been avoided. But when you do what you want to do in the court system, you're going to get what you don't want. That's just how it goes. But, you know, I'm going to keep this outro a little shorter than usual. Like I said, I'm still under the weather. Hopefully you all enjoyed a little bit of content regardless. And today's supposed to be the first night of Warzone on Black Ops 6, man. So I'm probably going to lose my voice quite a bit more. Man. Anyway, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, until the next time. I got plenty more content coming your way. And as always, y'all be easy, be safe, and more importantly than anything, stay free. And away from Cody and his grandma.